Yo, what it do, fellas? Y'all already know what it is. Fifth quarter. But before I even get into it, let me just give y'all a shout out, man. Y'all doing a heck of a job knocking these games out. Only the games that's not being played was like maybe like 2 games, and due to scheduler conflicts. But basically, all the games is getting knocked out. Y'all doing a great job, and let's keep this ball rolling. We moving right along, and I just wanted to just give y'all props on how y'all knocking these games out. You know what I mean? Even like I said, even the games that's not being played is due to scheduling conflict. But y'all doing your thing. Y'all knocking these games out, and that's all we want to do. We want to play our games, keep it moving to the next week, and keep this thing rolling. It's very entertaining right now what I'm seeing going down around the league early in the season. But before we get into the prediction, let's get into the recap and see what went down. And to kick things off, we had the Dolphins, who was in the AFC East divisional matchup against New England Patriots. Patriots, he blew somebody out last week. I think it was Manish, and I said that I didn't think he would have that same success this week, but he ended up coming up short, 45-14. And this is division loss. So I mean, division losses are the worst losses. But the good news is, even when you lose to somebody in your division, blown out or what, the good news is that you played them twice. You know what I'm saying? So you played them one time. Just try to keep in mind what you've seen and try to counter it next time you play them. You know what I mean? But like I say about the Patriots, what I respect about him is no matter what, win, lose, or draw, he don't concede anything. And he plays his games, and I salute him on that. But he took one to chin this week, so he's gonna have to bounce back in week 3 and figure something out. You know what I mean? But Dolphins got a big time victory against the AFC East opponent. Next we had Chargers and Giants. Snub, my guy Snub went against Trinidad, and I told y'all week 1, I said the Giants and Falcons are the 2 teams in the NFC that I'm paying attention to, because like I said, these guys missed the playoffs last year, and it's easy to look at who all didn't make the playoffs and don't think too much of them. But I'm telling you, that's what I love about doing this fifth quarter, because the fact that I'm doing predictions and recap, I get to see who's doing what and what's going on around the league. These guys lost a lot of close games last season, and I'm telling you now, to be able to compete with the Giants and Falcons in year 1, that's saying something, because neither one of them teams is year 1 ready. You know what I mean? Especially the Giants. The Giants have more holes, I think. Well, I can't say that because the Giants offense is good too. You know what I mean? But the Giants still, one of them teams that, when you start a league, nobody's running to the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the new Madden with the new rosters, maybe, but in this Madden with these rosters, nobody's running to the Giants. You know what I mean? So I like the way Snub was looking in year 1 with the Giants. He missed the playoffs, but he was very competitive. I mean, he was competitive against guys who made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And those type of things you cannot ignore. So I told you last week, I said Giants and Atlanta are the 2 teams that I'm paying attention to this season to see, how they do, because I expect them to make some noise. I'm not even going to lie, because they got an off season under their belt, so they got a chance to add. They got a chance to add to what they wanted to keep, and they got a chance to get rid of who they didn't want to keep. But this is a nice win for the Giants right here. I took them to beat the Chargers, but not by this many points. I didn't take them to win by this many points at all. He won 56-14. That's a big time win against this Charger team, because Trinidad knows how to play. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he got beat like this, I'm telling you, Giants is not nobody that you want to come in and sleep on. You're gonna have to play him. You're gonna have to play him tough, and you're gonna have to be ready for what he gonna throw at you. This week he got it going on the ground. He ran for over 200 yards. My guess is Saquon got pretty much all of that, definitely most of that. But good win. They forced 7 turnovers. This Giants team locked in right now. I'm telling you, it's only week 3. They're only 2-0, but I'm telling you, this ain't the same Giants team from last season And this victory right here is just adding to what I already said about this team going back to last week. I'm looking for big things for the Giants this season, and it's a big time win for them. Next, we had Chiefs and Eagles. Trey Dog went against K-Lou. K-Lou made this thing a lot closer than I'm sure Trey Dog expected, but nevertheless, KC got the win. I was going for Philly, of course, because I'm in that division. And on top of that, as I look at now, KC scored 14 in the fourth quarter. He was actually in a real dog fight. He won by 7. K-Lou play hard, play tough, just couldn't cash in. You know what I'm saying? But that's a nice win for the Kansas City Chiefs. Like I say, all wins ain't gonna be pretty. You know what I'm saying? All wins ain't gonna be by multiple scores. Sometimes you gotta win tight ones, and Kansas City squeaked this one out this week at home, and that's most important. They get the W. Then we had Third World win against the Falcons. Third World won 42-10. ATL did not put up the performance that they put up in week 1, but at the end of the day, Third World is somebody that you're gonna have to come and be prepared for what he's gonna throw at you. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna come with aggressive defense. He's gonna try to lock you up, man coverage and all that. So you gotta be ready for these things. You know what I'm saying? And apparently ATL wasn't ready this week, and they got demolished. They had 6 turnovers. They didn't repeat any type of success they had in week 1. But like I said, Atlanta is still a team that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. It could just chalk it up to a bad game. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's no big deal. But he took one. He took one to chin this week. He got to wear that one. Tampa Bay came out like they had a chip on their shoulder. I think Tampa Bay lost week 1, if I'm not mistaken. Did the Bucks lose week 1? Let me see. Yeah, they lost to Snub. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He came out with a chip on his shoulder this week, and he took it out on Atlanta. Atlanta gonna have to just get rid of this tape. No film to watch here. Throw it out the window and just get ready for their week 3 matchup. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I'm here to tell you, sometimes a loss can linger into 2 or 3 losses. You know what I mean? So the thing you want to do is absolutely get rid of a bad loss and just move on and get ready for your next opponent. But Bucks took care of business, man. Like I said, with this type of performance, he definitely had an attitude this week, and he won big time, 42-10. Good win for the Bucks. Then we had Minnesota Vikings win against DK, Pittsburgh Steelers. I said this game would be tight. I had a hard time picking this one. I took the Vikings, and they won by 2. I took them to win by maybe by 4 points or something like that, and they actually won by 2. Minnesota, like I say, man, Yaba's a good player. You know what I'm saying? Yaba's a good player, and when you play against people like him, you gotta come with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't really turn the ball over crazy and do type of things like that. And as you can see, Steelers have 5 turnovers. But I will say, if I'm the Steelers, I'm actually feeling good about this loss. Why? Because I played a good opponent and had 5 turnovers and only lost by 2 points. Sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you lost the game, but just look, if you could have turned the ball over half of what you did, you had to figure you would have won this game. You know what I'm saying? To turn the ball over 5 times and only lose by 2, that's pretty impressive. Normally when you see this big a difference in turnover margins, it'd be multiple scores that team lost by. So the fact that you only lost by 2, that's saying something. Vikings very fortunate to get this win. But at the end of the day, fortunate or not, he got the win. That's all that matters. They move on to, I believe they're 2-0 in the season, going on to week 3. Then we had Lions and Browns. Born Ready went against Abercrombie. Abercrombie had a big time week 1 matchup against the Ravens and could not carry on with that success in week 2. I actually expected the Browns to compete better than this. I don't know what happened. The defense let him down big time, and he couldn't get nothing going on offense. He ran for $184, but that didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call empty calories. You know what I'm saying? 184 yards on the ground, and you still lose by 3 touchdowns. That's empty calories. That's nothing. Them 184 yards didn't mean anything. So good win for the Lions, man. Born Ready, this is first season. with this Detroit Lions team. Boy Brady's a good player. You know what I'm saying? So I try to tell people it ain't always about the team, it's about the user. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad somebody like him got the Lions, and we gonna see what he do, because some people think that because we on simulation is all about the better team, and I'm pretty sure, I would bet anything, Cleveland got a better team than Detroit. And when you see this lopsided score like that, I mean, it still boils down to the user. So it's a good one for Detroit, man. Detroit gonna make some noise over there in that NFC. Trust me when I tell you. And it's gonna be impressive because he didn't have no offseason with these guys. He took them over just now, in week 1. He took this team, or right before the season started, but he didn't have no offseason. Matter of fact, no, he did. He did have an offseason with them. He had an offseason with them, but he missed the whole re-sign whoever he wanted to keep. But I'm looking forward to Detroit to make some noise in the NFC this season. Trust me when I tell you. So the NFC gonna get a little more crowded than what it was last year. Then we had Cowboys against the Raiders. Really went against Jerry. Jerry just took over this Raider team. And man, Cowboys won a dogfight. This game was low scoring, and Cowboys fortunate to come away with this one. They both had similar stats, just on opposite ends. Dallas ran for $147 and passed for 40 yards. Raiders passed for 168 and ran for 37 yards. So neither one of them lit it up offensively. I think the difference in this game is that Cowboys had 0 turnovers. Raiders had 2 turnovers and lost by 7 points. Cowboys had 0 turnovers. I think the difference was no turnovers in this one. And Cowboys fortunate to come away with this win. But, sometimes you got to have back alley brawls. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much looked like this. That's what it was. It was hard fought. It was physical, defensive style battle. At the end of the day, everything ain't gonna be pretty, but I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day. Then we had Bengals against myself. Poppy Vaz went against myself, and man, it feels good to get a win. We should be 2-0. You know what I'm saying? We starting to get our swag back slowly but surely. I've been out of loop for a while, and man, I never would have thought that if you stop, I can't speak for anybody, but for myself, if I stop playing Madden for like a week or a good 2 weeks, man, I'm like a fish out of water. You know what I'm saying? My timing, everything was off. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not back 100% because there's some plays that we let the Bengals get off on us. 3rd and like 24, he converting. Come on, man. If it's one thing I take pride in, it's my defense, and we've been having more holes than Swiss cheese in our defense. So we still trying to get back into the swing of things, man. Man, I'm struggling over here, but it feels good. My last couple of games in all my leagues has been pretty good. So we starting to get it back slowly but surely, and I just got to make sure I keep getting these reps in to be able to compete with y'all boys, because one thing I like about my leagues, man, I got a lot of good players, and you can't afford to come back rusty and think you could just pick up right where you left off. Don't work for me. Like I say, my timing is the thing that suffered the most. I still remember what plays I want to call, but my timing is off. And if your timing is off, your timing means instead of you getting a pick, you miss it. Instead of getting a tackle for a loss, you give up a big run. Instead of you making the catch, you take your man out of position and get picked off. That's what I mean by timing, and those are the type of things that we've been doing. But I'm happy with this performance. We fell down 7-0 early in the game. We came back and turned some things around, man. I ain't gonna lie though, it's gonna be a rough season with Trey Lance. One thing on simulation, the biggest thing I learned on simulation from competitive mode is that if you got a quarterback that needs to be built, he ain't gonna play how, I'm talking about he's gonna miss easy passes, he's gonna be overthrowing passes, and that's just what it is, man. So we're gonna have a hands full with Trey Lance. I already know it. My rookie QB is not ready, but anyway, man, we fortunate to come away with this win, and we moving on to week 3, man. We should be 2-0, but we 1-1. We'll take it. 1-1 is better than being 0-2. Then we had Cardinals. P.E. Earl win against Manish. Wow, Manish scored 25 points. Pearl, I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that, man. Manish, impressive loss. And I don't say that too much, but impressive loss because your last couple losses, I've been seeing you get, beat like a pinata. You know what I'm saying? But you actually competed in this one. You put up 25, and that's a good start, man. You got to walk before you crawl. I know you still figure some things out, but again, you like the Patriots, like Malma. I tell you guys, I respect y'all because no matter what, y'all don't quit or cry or complain about anything. You play and you lose, no matter how much you lose it by. You lose, and then that just be that. But impressive loss, Manish. Manish, impressive loss, bro. You know what I mean? You lost 37-25. That's where you got to start, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's where you got to start. You got to start from there and just take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? But definitely good win. You know what I mean? Then we had Niners and Seahawks. Man, Seahawks struggling, man. Seahawks struggling last season. Seahawks 0-2 this season. Seahawks got to make some type of trade or something, man. I don't know, like, the key thing is too, with some of you guys don't have no identity, and what I basically mean by that is that you have to at least know what you like to do, and whatever it is you like to call, you know what I'm saying, and you got to bring in players to fit that scheme. I don't know if Seattle knows what direction he want to go offensively, but he got to figure something out. If he feels like he needs a dominant running back, then damn it, man, you're gonna have to make a trade to bring you in a dominant running back. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do something. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something to make something happen because otherwise you're gonna be swimming with the fish. And what good is doing that early in the season? You know what I mean? So I think Seattle needs to start working them phones, man. Definitely bring something in over there on that team. Because they got a good team, man. They got pieces over there. Jamal Adams and them boys, Wagner, Russ, Metcalf. You got some pieces over there, man. So, if you don't have the right piece for what you like to do, you might have to let one of them boys go and bring in something that you can really rock with. 49ers didn't light it up offensively. They did pass for 220 yards, which is a shocker because he's a running team. He's a running player, should I say. He runs that ball 90-10, but I guess he just tried to work on some things this game or whatever, but he forced 7 turnovers, so Seattle didn't have a chance. Once the coin was flipped, it was over. Big time blowout for the Niners. Then we had Titans and Texans, and I ain't gonna lie, Dre is looking pretty impressive with this Titans team, man. Mind you, he eliminated the Texans in the playoffs. So right about now, if I'm the Texans, I can't even lie. This is the Titans team I don't want to face in the playoffs. I understand Spaz, he ain't backing down from nobody. I get that. But I'm just saying, like, right now, Titans have his number, and hold on, fellas. Mari, what you doing? You want what? Huh? Wait a second. Titans got his number right now, man. When you look at offensive yards, Texans had more offensive yards than him, but the big number is turnovers. Texans have 4 turnovers to the Titans 0. I'll take that trade-off every time, but Titans definitely, they definitely looking like they're trying to get back to the bowl. They're the AFC champ right now, and they've definitely been looking impressive. I can't even deny that. They've been looking impressive, and he ain't having no meltdown because he lost in the Super Bowl. If anything, he's playing with confidence over there. And I always tell you, you got confidence, that's half the battle. You know what I'm saying? And right now, Titans are playing with a ton of confidence. So that's a good, big time win for the Titans. The good news is for the Texans, they get to play again. But I'm gonna tell you now, if Texas lose to Titans again, that's gonna lock that morale down even lower as far as that personal head-to-head matchup. So that was the recap of week 2. Let's get on to week 3. See what we got going down. First up, we got Browns and Steelers. This is a division game. This is an early big game because Browns, he lost last week, but he's already 1-0 in the division. He beat the Ravens in week 1. So if he could beat the Steelers right here, he's 2-0 in division. You know, that's why I say them division games is more important than any other game. You know, so this is a big game right here for the Browns, man. If he could pull this out, he's 2-0 in that division, and he'll be 2-1 on the season. And we'll see how that plays out. Y'all know my rule of thumb. I always say whoever get blown out, they come back the next week and play better. I'm not saying they're gonna win the next game, but they're definitely gonna have a better performance than what they just had. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna take. This is tough. I can't even lie, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers in this one. I'm gonna go with the home team. Browns have played better this week, but I think the Steelers will eclipse them. I'm gonna go Steelers 24, Browns 17. Next, we got snub New York Giants going against Murph, Washington football team. This right here is another big early season game because Washington won its division last year. Giants played Washington tough last year. Giants, I said, is one of the teams that I'm keeping an eye on. And this right here is a big early test for this New York Giants team. If he wins this game, if Giants wins this game, he's making the playoffs. Not only that, I put him in a real good position to win this division. Because this is the person he's gonna have to get over in this division with. He's gonna have to get over this Washington fence, you know. And like I said, they had some battles last season, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see. This is one of the games I definitely want to see. I definitely want to see this one, Giants and Washington. This is kind of tough call right here, man. But if I gotta be honest, I think Giants been coming out playing with a chip on their shoulder. They've been playing looking like a team on a mission. I gotta go New York in this one. They're on the road. I get that, but I'm going with New York, man. I just like the way they've been looking so far, you know. Don't get me wrong, Washington got the defense to slow that down, but I'm going I'm going G-Men in this one, man. Give me Big Blue and a close one. It'll be close. I believe it'll be close, but I'm gonna go Giants 27, and I'm gonna go Washington 23. 4-point victory for Big Blue. Next, we got a game that's currently underway. We got 49ers going against Jags. Manish, I'm going 49ers in this one. I think that defense is going to suffocate the Jags, and I'm going to go 49ers 38, Jags 7. Next, we got Texans and Colts. Texans coming off a tough loss to his, dare I say, arch nemesis, Titans. Took one last week. Got another division game this week going against the Colts. And I think, didn't they just play week 1, if I'm not mistaken? Y'all playing back-to-back already. Yep, they just played week 1. Colts played that game tough, man. He played solid defense. He was in the game throughout the game. Just couldn't get nothing going offensively. I look for the same scenario this time around. But I'm going to take the Texans this time again, though. I'm going to take Texans again to win this one. But we'll see, man. If Colts can get anything going on offense, they definitely going to have a chance to give Texans back-to-back losses. But I'm taking the Texans this week by a score of, I'm going to go 23-14. 23-14, Texas over the Colts in a AFC South divisional battle. Next, we got Saints. Big Train going against Third World, Tampa Bay Bucks. Third World came back last week, got a blowout victory. Saints, I think he had a fair sim last week. I'm going with the Bucks in this one. I think Third World gonna come show up. He know he can't afford to play no games. You know, especially with Big Train. Big Train, one of them guys that if you let him hang around the fourth quarter, man, you're gonna find yourself in a dogfight, and a lot of times he gonna come away with that victory. So I know the Bucks gonna want to get this over with in the first half. Will he do it? That's a whole other question. But I will take the Bucks in this one. Home team. I'm gonna go Bucks 31, Saints 14. Next we got Ravens and Chiefs. Trey Dog going against Money Mascot. Another good game. We got some good games going down this week, man. Chiefs 2-0 in the season. I think they go down this week. I think the Ravens get it done on the road. Yeah, I think the Ravens get it done on the road, man. I think Lamar is going to be a little too much for this Chiefs defense. And the strength of this Chiefs team is that offense, high-powered. But the defense is not high-powered. I think they're going to have some problems with Lamar. Give me the Ravens over the Chiefs. I'm going to go 34-30. Ravens. Next, we got Chargers and Bills. Trinidad got punched in the mouth last week. Looking to come back this week and change some things around over there in Los Angeles. He going against Buffalo Bills team, Big Rico. And I'm gonna go Chargers, man. They got blown out last week. I expect them to bounce back, have better performance this week, and I got them to pull this one out. I think it's gonna be pretty close though, but I'll take the Chargers by a score of 27-20. Next we got Bengals and Bears. Bengals, they lost last week. Bears had a fair sim last week. Two good users. Bears the home team. I'm gonna go. This is a tough one, man. I can't even lie. It's a tough one because both of these guys are good users. Both are good users, but I'm gonna go Bears in this one. I'm gonna go with the home team, but I'm telling you now, be on point for upset alert in this one. Bengals definitely gonna have a shot, I believe, to take this one, but I'm gonna go Bears. Only because they're the home team, man. And one thing we know in simulations that they're making them calls. You know, they got them calls coming in. What? What's that? The game? Oh, Tom and Jerry? Okay. Give me a minute, okay? I'll put it on for you. Yeah, I got Bears this week over the Bengals, man. I'm gonna go Bears 20. I'm going to go Bears 28, and I'm going to go Bengals 24. I think it's going to be that close. Next, we got Cowboys and Falcons. Bay Boy Relly going against ATL. Cookout 600. Falcons one of them teams that I said that I'm going to keep an eye on this season. He took a bad loss last week, but again, I think teams will get blown out one week, come back next week, and they play harder. You know, they play better. And Cowboys, you know, Relly's a good user, so I expect him to be around, you know, as this season unfolds. Got a good Cowboys team over there, but I think this gonna be much closer than what Falcons game was last week. But I'm gonna go with Cowboys in this one, man. I'm gonna take the Cowboys in this one. I know I said what I said about ATL, but I'm gonna take the Cowboys in a tough one. I think it's going to be pretty much another low-scoring game. Give me Cowboys 17, Falcons 13, 17-13 ATL, and I got Cowboys on the road in this one. Next, we got Yaba, Minnesota Vikings going against Pearl, the champ, Arizona Cardinals. This is a good test for the Vikings right here. If I'm the Vikings, I'm looking forward to this matchup. You're going against the champ. You know, you plan on making the playoffs, so you know it's a good chance you have to face this team in the playoffs. What better way to make an early statement early in the season in week 3? You know, I'm looking forward to this matchup too. But I got to go with the champ, man. Champ is home. Champ had a slow start last season. And then he finished strong, so he was a witness that it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. You know, that's when they use them sayings of it ain't a sprint, it's a marathon. You know, you can't always get caught up how you start out, because Cardinals had a slow start last season, but they picked up on it in the second half of the season, and they took it all away and brought the chip home. So this Cardinals team ain't nothing to play with, but I'm going to take AZ in this one. and we'll see what type of performance Minnesota can do if they can pull it out and get an upset. But I'm gonna take Arizona this week, 33 to. I'm gonna go 33-23 Cardinals. Next we got Patriots and Jets. Naruto going against Malma, and Naruto, like I said, man, this Jets team started out hot last season. They faded off in the second half. He got some nice pieces over there he added to that team this season. So I like the way that Jets team coming together. I'm going to take Jets in this one over the Patriots. I'm going to go 32 to 14. 32-14 Jets. Then we got Eagles and Panthers. K-Lou going against Crockpot. Eagles lost a tough game last week. Crockpot had a forced loss. I'm gonna go Eagles in this one, man. I'm gonna go upset, and I'm taking the Eagles on the road over the Panthers this week, 27-22. Next, Seahawks and Rams on some BS going against Rocket. Seattle Seahawks, like I said, they gotta get something. They gotta pull something out. But the funny thing is, I said the same thing about the Rams in Week 1. I think both of these teams need to start working the phones before trade deadline and bring something different to that team, to their teams. You know, work the phones, man. See what you can do. You know what I'm saying? But I think both of these teams gonna have a long season, I believe. But I think Seahawks gonna have an even longer season. But I'm going to take the Rams over Seattle this week, 34-20. Next, we got Dolphins and Titans. Good matchup. Rematch from the playoffs. Titans eliminated the Dolphins last season. I'm pretty sure Miami remember that. So with that being said, I'm sure more than sure he's looking forward to this matchup right here. And I think this time around, man, I got to go Miami in this one. I'm going to take Miami to win this one in the upset. Titans the favorite. I can't lie. Dre been balling. But something telling me Dolphins going to be ready for this game right here and get revenge on what the Titans did to them last season. Don't get me wrong. This loss, if the Titans lose, ain't going to equal to the loss that Dolphins had last season because that was playoffs. But I think Dolphins will feel better about himself knowing that he got revenge, you know, should they meet again. But yeah, give me Miami in this one over the Titans. I'm gonna go 27-23 Dolphins. Then we got Raiders, Jerry going against Broncos. Myself, I don't predict my games because let's just be honest. Most guys gonna always pick themselves to win. So I'll be honest and I say who's the favorite. You know, I don't want to pick myself the favorite for nothing, man. I'm still trying to get my swag back. I'm still trying to get in the swing of things. But I'll say Broncos favorite in this one by 4 over the Raiders. And to close out the week, we got Packers and Lions, divisional game. A lot of division games this week. So real curious to see how that play out. E-Ball going against Born Ready. And we'll see what happens with this Packer team, man. Listen, he has a better team than the Lions, but again, it ain't about the team, it's about the user. Also, you know, it's about both. You know what I'm saying? But I like Born Ready just been having his number on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? Going back to my other leagues. So this game gonna be tough for the Packers, man. I'm gonna take the Packers though, but I'm telling you now, Packers lose this game, I think they're going to have a tough time in that division with this Detroit Lions team. But I'm going to take Green Bay in this one. We'll see what happens, though. Give me Green Bay 28-25. Packers over the Lions. All right, y'all. That concludes the recap. That concludes the predictions. Like I said, you boys been doing a good job knocking these games out, man. I appreciate that. You know, we still going strong over here. And I'll see y'all week 4, man. You know what I mean? Until then, I'll holla. I'm Ghost.